All right, here we go. We are going to get started. It is just me, myself, and I right now, which is totally fine. Um, got a couple of questions, like I said in the text message or video message that I went out. I'm doing this on my iPad, so hopefully the quality is okay. My daughter commandeered my laptop to do some homework, and I'm having to help her, so I'm going to be looking up a little bit time from time. So the first question I'll start off with is specifically talking about injury and mobility. Had a great question. I'm gonna look at it so I can read it as well. I've been dealing with a back and right thigh injury for over a week. I haven't been able to do much of anything without pain. I'm being careful to let my body rest and heal, but I'm a little afraid so much time has passed and I haven't been exercising. Do you have any suggestions for low mobility movements, just so that my body and mind don't forget that exercise is part of my lifestyle now? I don't want to lose any progress I've made, but I've been lying down a lot. So totally normal, totally, completely understand that. It's hard sometimes when, let me change this. Well, I'm gonna pin myself. You would think I would be able to use this. Anyway, so when we're talking about movement, that is just not working. When we're talking about injury, we're talking about pain. There's a whole variety of things that we want to work within, right? We want to work in a pain-free zone always, right? We don't want to push to the point of it hurting, or risking of injury, right? But at the same time, once a little bit of time has passed, you need to get moving again. And that could be as simple as walking, okay? It could be as simple as some body weight squats at your desk or in bed. It can be as simple as if you're lying down. So she's lying down a lot because she's hurting. It could be as simple as pulling the knees up to the chest while you're lying down. Now, every single situation is different. All of them are different, okay? So that's a hard one to answer from a blanket perspective. We need to look at what can you do? What can you do? And that's what we want to, that's where we want to focus, all right? The second part of that, if you get to the point where you feel like you haven't moved in a long enough period of time that your body's going to forget to exercise, go to the doctor. Okay, go to the doctor. There is a chance maybe something was pulled, movement was wrong. I don't know, something else is going on. If that's one of your thoughts, okay, we do have the ability to kind of remember. Our body kind of remembers what we're doing. We might have to reestablish the habit, but if it's causing you to question where the habit is, go back to the doctor. Okay. The next two questions are, well, actually, real quick, the second question around kind of movement based was really focused around exercise selection. And a specific question, I don't have it in front of me, but it was more along the lines of, why do I pick certain exercises in front of others, but sometimes I switch them up, or the rep schemes are different, or things like that. So long and short of it is, sometimes the rep scheme is different to keep you engaged, to keep it from getting boring. Okay, we're still trying to drive adaptation. The goal of exercising is to create an adaptation in your body. Maybe that's to get, getting stronger, not maybe, but that is one. So we're developing more lean muscle mass to burn a little bit more calories, right? But that's a big one. And oftentimes when I'm manipulating the reps or the sets or changing order around, it's to keep you engaged. Big picture for all of us, it's not going to matter that much. If you're a professional athlete, if you are dieting for a show, if you are a weight class athlete or getting ready for some kind of competition, yes, it does matter because we want to maximize certain things. But for the everyday person like you and I, who is training to be strong and healthy and fit so that we can live our life, we don't always have to do that in a specific order. Okay. Excuse me. Next two questions center around nutrition. And I'm just going to burn through these questions pretty quickly because I didn't get a lot of questions. The first one was, and this wasn't really a question that was asked. This was more of me thinking about how I can help you. So a lot of you may not know this, but during the day, I work at a school. I work at an independent 3-year-old through 5th grade school here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and it's fantastic, and I love it. And one of the perks of where I work is the food. Our chef is just incredible. The food she makes and her assistant make is just fantastic. But one of the issues that I have with her, and she's going to watch this, is sometimes in the morning I get these just delicious treats. This morning I got a cream-filled donut that she had handmade, and it was phenomenal, right? So it begs the question, as most of you know, I'm keeping up with my journey as well, getting back down to probably about 205. That's going to be about 20 pounds down for me. How do we fit that into a weight loss phase, right? It's a big question because oftentimes we get this thought, there's bad food. We can't have that. That's bad. That's bad for you. Maybe not. Here is how I do it. And this may help you, but it gets slippery. So hang with me a little bit. I know I have a certain amount of calories that I need to eat in a day. I'm looking at the calories and I'm looking at the protein. Those are the two areas that I'm looking at. Carbs and fat, I don't care about too much because I know if I hit my calories and my protein, I'm fine. So let's say in the morning I have that, or a scone that she made last week. That was, oh my gosh. So I know, and I'm going to estimate a little bit on those calories that come from that treat. Okay. So let's say, for example, I've got 2,000 calories that I need to hit that day. And this donut, I estimate, was about 300 or 400 calories. Okay. It was probably about 300, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll just say it's 300. You'll get the point. So I know the rest of the day I've got 1,700 calories that I've got to hit. And I also need to hit at least 200 grams of protein. Okay. So 200 grams of protein is 800 calories. So out of 1,700 calories, 800 of them are going to come from protein. So I've got, what's that? 900 more calories that I can eat during the day. That's how I do that. So one meal, one snack, one cookie, one cake is not going to make or break you. Okay. It just won't, because what we're looking at is the total calories and the total protein. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Here's where it gets slippery. That's not an excuse to eat multiple of those, because you get to the point where those add up quickly, they're not very filling. Snacks, cookies, cakes, chips, they're not filling. You know that. I know that. They're not filling. So you end up eating and eating and eating those because they taste so good, because they're trying to get you to eat more, right? Well, what happens is you get to the point where, man, I only have 600 calories left that I can eat today, but I have 800 calories of protein. How am I going to do that? You're not. You're going to overeat on calories. You're going to gain weight. Now, you do that one day, you're not going to blow your progress. You do that every day, you're going to blow your progress. Okay? All right? It also, so it begs the question, what if I go over in a day? What happens? I'm supposed to be eating 2,000 calories, and I had that donut at the end of the day. I didn't plan it. I saw it, and it was there. I had a hard day. I had a beer, whatever, right? You go over those calories, okay? In a perfect world, I would take those calories that you went over by. So if you needed to hit 2,000 and you hit 2,400, I would take those 400 calories away from the next day. Okay, in a perfect world. And the next day would start at 1,600, or the next 2 days, each would be 1,800 because you're taking 200 from each day. Okay, if that makes sense. In a realistic world, I'm going to start out tomorrow and get back on track and not worry about it. So there's two different ways to look at that: a perfect world or a realistic world. Okay, and if you want to go a little bit more in depth on that, let me know. I will close with this because we call them the two A's. My oldest and my youngest are upstairs. I can't tell, those of you who have kids, can't tell if she is yelling because she's happy and having fun, or yelling because he's annoying her. The older is annoying the younger. You know what I mean? They do it. Anyway, I will leave with this question. Let me know if the videos that I'm sending are helping, those food videos, anything that I'm doing, anytime I come across something that I think would be a good fit for you, I'm sending it out. I hope they're helping. If they are, let me know, because that's what I'm here for. That's what I love to do. And with that, I will see you. I think I'm going to do these bi-weekly. Our spring break is next week. I will be out of town. We're going to Legoland, which we're very excited about. Been before, but it's always fun. We're doing that in Universal. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But if you need anything, obviously, let me know, and I'll talk to you later.